Hey everybody, it's a little darker than it was earlier. All right, so I have a confession. I finished my project throughout the day. And then I added some splatters and then I am going to fix them now. I know it says that I was coming on to finish my project, but I'm basically going to be fixing it. It's not too bad. I didn't mess it up too bad, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it. Just let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Crystal, Sarah, Barbara, Arlene, Christine, Trudy, New York Freestyle. I am so sorry. Your name is escaping me right now. Amanda, Jess, Sheila, Lynette, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Who else? Anika, I think, Sarah, Karen, Covert. Oh, I said Christine already. Karen, Scrapaholic, Colleen, okay. Dana, hi, how are you? All right, thank you guys for joining me again. I forgot that we were so zoomed in here. Let me zoom out just a bit. Sorry, you guys. Maybe. What happened here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Just a tad. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna scooch this stuff over and I'll probably zoom back in, but I wanna show you guys the project. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this. Sometimes I do that, and then once I take pictures of it, it kind of just all comes together, and then I'm like, oh yes, I love this project. So I think this is one of those projects where that's probably going to be it. So be nice. If you don't like it, you could keep it to yourself. It's very washed out on here on camera. It's I think anyways, on my end it is. Let me see if I can turn down the brightness a little bit. Maybe. There we go. Oh, that was a lot. Okay. All right. So that's what it ended up being. And I don't know if you could, well, you can a little bit. The splatters that I added. Yeah, so we're going to fix those splatters, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Because a lot of people like to know how I fix issues that I have, or that I come across. Not really necessarily mistakes, just kind of boo-boos, and then we'll fix it. All right, so I'm going to show you first what I did to get all of this color in all of those little areas. So if you were with me the first time, I used a combination of rust paste, the Color Bloom spray, and some of the liquid acrylics. And let me get my little brushes out. Okay, they are very wet, so hold on 1 second. All right, and I knew I had a smaller stipple brush. That's what I call them. I don't know if that's the name of them, but that's what I call it. I call them my stipple brushes. All right, so these are Finnabair, from Finnabair, and so what I did too is I used some of this texture powder from Finnabair, and I added it to some of the acrylic paint, which I'm going to do so I can fix it. What color is your spray? So the teal color is the deep teal. Whoops, this one here. And then the rusty colors is mostly these two, burnt sienna and tiger orange. The yellow that you see in little areas, like here, is the rust paste. But I'm going to show you how you can kind of make your own rust paste or texture paste. So I'm going to take a little bit of this color here, and it's getting everywhere. All right. And then I took a little bit of this texture powder, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of texture. And then I'm going to take this stipple brush, and I'm going to go in just like this and move it around. I'm going to add a little bit of that brown, or this is the burnt sienna color. Probably added a little bit too much, but that's okay. All right, so these sides here got really, really white. So what I'm going to do is just go back in and darken them up. And then same thing. So these stipple brushes are really nice because you can get in all of those nooks and crannies. So we're going to brighten up that color again. Hi, Jess. It's Jess's birthday coming up, I believe on the 30th, 31st. One of those two. So happy birthday, Jess. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and all of those nooks and crannies. Because I don't want the splatters. And I need to realize that not every single project needs splatters. But I probably won't learn. I will probably still continue to add splatters. Probably 95% of the time, I like the look. Then sometimes it just ends up not working out, and that's okay because we could fix it. All right. Splatters are so fun. All right. So I think I fixed all the edges here. Let me just go in here. And I do apologize for finishing this because I know that some of you guys were looking forward to me finishing it. But I did film it, so in the next week or so, I will have a video up. It will be a combination of the live stream video and a recorded video. And that way you guys can see a little bit more of what I did to it. I did play around with it a lot. I went back and forth to adding gesso to the inside here, and then I added more blue, and it was just kind of just playing around until I liked the end result. Well, it kind of looks like pipes with the wire looking like joints in the pipes. Amazing. What was that on purpose? No. It was just kind of, I like adding wire to my mixed media projects, whether it's more shabby or rusty, steampunkish, whatever. I just think that it adds so much to a project. All right, so now we're going to go into these areas here where I added splatters. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, good. And this, I don't know if it's coming up, but it's like a deep teal color with like this part is more, what would that color be? Like a sandy color almost. All right, and we're gonna go in here, get that up here. And then the little areas where little splatters here and there. I'm going to go in with a fine detail brush and get in those little areas. There. Man, this Crackle paste, so I think I told you guys this morning, but when I added the Crackle paste straight to this wood piece, and it flaked right off. As soon as it started drying, it just flaked right off. And then I added gesso, and I mean, I've put so much liquid and water on this, and it's doing really, really good. So I'm glad. All right. Okay. So tell me something that you guys saw today that inspired you to try something new. I know, isn't the seahorse amazing? Just love it. And thank you guys for joining. You know, every time that somebody thanked me during their live streams, I honestly was holding back the tears, and I'm going to now because I feel so blessed to be a part of this community. And I mean, people thank me for putting it together, and it is a lot of work, but without everybody doing their part and doing their live streams, I mean, it wouldn't be possible. So so thank you, everybody that did a live stream and all the sponsors and everybody that joined in. It's so fun and so worth it. All right. So I'm just going to darken up some of these little areas here. Oops. And I know this probably doesn't look like natural rust, like Olga. I mean, she had real rust. She made real rust. But this is still fun, and it still looks pretty cool, I think. I had no idea that you could do that. I mean, I knew obviously that you can rust up like a metal piece, but I had no idea that there was like products out there that you can do that. So pretty cool. All right. Okay. Just going to go in a little bit on this side now. Darken that up a little bit. Yeah, I think so. And it is pretty washed out on camera. I think once I take pictures, you guys will be able to see it a little bit better. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Well, let me just darken this little corner up here. And this one here. All right. Let me get situated here. Move my chair a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm going to get a drink of my coffee. All right, I was just reading the chat a little bit, make sure I'm not missing any comments. If there is a question, Jess, Crystal, and I think Dana is another moderator. If you guys can just at me, then I could see what the question is. All right. Now we are going to, where's my water? There we go. So to try and make it a little bit more natural looking, I'm going to water down my stipple brush and then kind of go back in and then kind of pounce it out. Okay, perfect. I have my phone right here. I don't know. I think it's on silent, but I have paint all over my hand, so I don't want to touch it. My daughter had it. She is obsessed with the phone. She calls my niece and they talk like all day long. Okay. And my favorite tool for mixed media is my hands. As you could see, I'm just kind of blending things out. And I played around with this all day. So even if I did leave it to finish, even if I did leave it to finish on the live stream, I wouldn't have even finished. This project was a little bit too much for me to do on the live stream. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to take a little brush and get some of that color. Well, I think I needed a little bit more of the acrylic because then so to paint over the gesso, I need it a little bit more saturated in color because I'm going in and there's like little dots here and there. I mean, it's not too bad, but it is going to bug me. Hi, Terry. How are you? I've been thinking about you. Hope you had a great birthday. I know it was a few weeks back. All right. I probably won't get every single little splatter, but I'm just showing you guys how I would fix this. I mean, if you do something and it ends up not being something that you like, what I like to do is, well, first walk away because most of the time there's always a fix. But then if you can't, then just break out your black gesso and then you can paint it all black and use your Prima metallic waxes. The chipboard is, I believe I can't remember if I got it from Nikki's store or if I got it from Joggles. I can't remember exactly. I don't think it was Queen's Craft Fair. I can't remember because I had purchased so much chipboard at once. I can't remember where I got what. Yes, Terry. It's just, especially if it's something like this. And I mean, yes, you could cover it all with white gesso and start all over. But if I were to really mess this up, I would just paint it black and break out my my metallic waxes. You can't ever go wrong with the metallic waxes, in my opinion, because everything just comes to life with those. Just love them. Okay, yeah, then it must have been Joggles that I got them from. And it came in a set of like 5 or 6, I think. Do you plan to paint it? This, no. I like the look of this. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I love rust, the rusty look. I was just fixing all of the little splatters because I added white splatters to it, because if you've been following me for any amount of time, you'll know that I'm obsessed with splatters. I add them to everything. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of color to that. Okay, I need to get off I'm sitting on my feet and they're going numb. Is Karen Tamir still in here? I'm using her cup that she gave me from Canada. Ooh, yes, or the matte waxes are really great too. Sorry for my squeaky chair. I like the matte waxes, but they're not my favorite. I personally like the metallic waxes the most. I'm just kind of going in little areas here and there. Oh, the word. Do you guys think it's probably too bright, huh? I need to do something with it, but I haven't figured out what yet. It was already, I did already have it. What am I trying to say? It was already embossed, with white embossing powder. So see, that would be perfect on my steampunk wall. A smudge on the, oh, it does. That's too funny. All right, I think it stands out nicely. I'd be afraid it would get hard to, yes, I think so too. So I was thinking of maybe watering down some of this color, but even then I think it'd get lost as I paint it white. So, or not paint it white, paint it brown. All right. Thanks for joining, Amanda. I think you're primarily card maker, so it's nice to see you around today. Thank you for joining in the fun. All right, I'm just going to paint that back. And I don't know, on camera or on the video, this looks lighter. It's darker teal in person, but I can always add more to it so that it kind of, I'm just going to add some. Here and there so that it kind of darkens up a little. I cannot talk. Oh my goodness. I think I've talked more today than I have in the last 2 weeks. All right. And me and Nikki were chatting on Facebook earlier. And she was asking if I got any sleep. And I said, well, last night I was playing Legend of Zelda. So I craft during the day and play video games at night. Sorry for my squeaky chair. But that's the last time I'm going to apologize because I can't do anything about it. All right. All right. Now that I put the darker, it's a little bit darker in some areas, I'm actually going to go back in and highlight the raised areas again, just so that the seahorse stands out. So I've been asking for not asking, but I've been saying, Legends of Zelda, because I was obsessed with Zelda, on the regular Nintendo. And when I see the commercials or whatever for it, I'm like, oh, I want that. I want that. So my husband finally got it for me. And he's like, oh, this will get you off of Fortnite, because I play Fortnite. And I think he regrets it now, because I'm like obsessed with the game. Right. Again, with my finger here, just kind of blending things out. Here we go. I didn't get the Legends of Zelda at first, but now that I understand it, I need, I think I'm going to start over. I'm not too far into the game yet, so it won't be that big of a deal. Thank you, Amanda. Sorry, you guys, my mom is calling me, but it's probably not my mom. It's probably my niece. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. It's been crazy for me the past 2 weeks in the hospital. Oh, what? I know your name, New York. But thank you so much for, oh, there's so many people who work in a hospital. Thank you, guys. I'm sure it's crazy, crazy right now. Okay. I'm going to flip it around so that I can get under here, because I have some splatters under here that I need to get to. And then here. There we go. Oh my goodness. You guys are going to make me cry. Thank you, Crystal and Nikki. You guys are the best. You all are the best. I love all of you guys. Okay. I think I want to pull up some of this color. I liked that tannish color that was in the center there. We'll see if I can pull it up. Maybe not. Okay, I was going to break out in song, Dana, but I know you told me if it's Dana or Dana, but I am a forgetful person. I know, no trolls this year. Yay. That is probably one of the best parts. All right. So my son's playing, I think he's playing Fortnite. And then my daughter is playing Animal Jam. And I don't know what my husband's doing, but everybody I think is using the internet. All right. Oh, I forgot to mention, next Saturday, me and Karen have organized another live stream, kind of impromptu live stream day. So another full day of live streams, and there's new people. I don't want to say for sure who's going to be in it just in case. But there is a few people in here that might be. So if you are for sure, or if, you know, as of today, you are, you know, for sure wanting to do it, then, and I talked to you already, then go ahead and let them know. But there is a few people where they're international. So it's fun that we're going to be able to get those people as well next week. All right. And it's not related really to this event. It just, I saw how many people really enjoyed this event, and more so just the chatting and interacting with everybody. I think a lot of people really have enjoyed just chatting and keeping their minds hopefully off of anything bad that's going on. Oh, thank you, Terry. You're the sweetest. You guys are the best. All right. So yeah, next week it's going to be another full day, full Saturday of live streams. And it's going to be a mixture. I'm not exactly sure. It could be mixed media, card makers, scrapbookers. It's still kind of all up in the air. I don't know about prizes or anything like that. It's more just so that we can get together and have fun and hang out and craft with each other. Yeah, so Crystal and Nikki are going to be at the end, and then it'll be like a to be determined end time. That way they can go however long they want. They can fight over. They can fight over it. So I am thinking of doing a Google document like feedback thing. If I did that and if I shared it on Facebook or Instagram or something, would you guys fill it out to let me know if there's anything that you would change about the event or um, just kind of like a little feedback card. And then next year, if I can change anything, I'm hoping to add maybe like 8-ish hours of international. So that would basically be, they would probably be starting now and then ending like when we wake up for some of us. So it'd be like opposite time zone for a lot of us. Cynthia, who's hosting? Hosting Saturday? Well, my cat. Or unless you're talking about something else. So on Saturday, it's me, but I kind of pulled in Karen Tamir to help me out. It's just kind of last minute fun live stream that we'll do. All right, I'm going to put all this stuff. I think I'm done. There is nothing to be changed. Aw, thank you. All right. So I'm not the hugest fan of the glossy because it is the acrylic paint. It's a little glossy, but I love the colors of these versus the rust paste. Oh, I forgot I wanted to add a little bit more yellow, but that's okay. I'm not going to mess with it anymore because I feel like if I keep messing with it, I might ruin it even more. Well, not ruin it more, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, you guys. I feel like I did another 24-hour live stream. All right, there is a couple more little areas that I see that I need to kind of fix here. All right. All right, I do know that there was some people suggesting people. I can't force people to do these live streams. Some people just don't do live streams. Some people don't really like to participate in group activities. They're really not team players. Yeah, I can't really help with that. But yeah, anyways, just to throw that out there. I have, and I probably went to sleep at like 3 in the morning, and I woke up, my alarm went off at 6 because I knew that I needed to get a few things ready. So I only had a few hours of sleep, and I cooked lunch and dinner today. So hello. A baby. Oh, that's too funny. A swamp troll. Yes, I'll probably play a few games of Fortnite and then hop on in my bed because I play on my PC, on my computer, Fortnite, and then Legends of Zelda on my Switch. The wood base, I don't believe you can purchase anymore, unfortunately, Terry. Sorry for my squeaks. But they are from Prima. They are like natural wood. As you could tell, this is splitting. It was when IOD was partnered with Prima. they had these really great bases, and they had like the hanger and everything. Let me see if someone can type in the product name and the number, you can probably search it, and maybe eBay or something. It's going to be, so it's IOD, which is Iron Orchid Designs, and Carte Blanche Vintage Wall Decor Base. And then the item number, which I don't think you'll find anymore, is 5834040. Aw, thank you, Michelle. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys so much. Squeaky chair's new nickname. Yes, and I've seen things like this at, oh, I'm getting it all inked up there. But you can even go to what's that store? Like Lowe's or Home Depot, and all it is it's just like panels and then like a little bit of raised in the back, kind of like a canvas. So you can use a canvas as well, because the back of it will have that raised area, which is nice. Somebody had a question. Did you start out great or great talent with time? Some people have artist eye naturally. So I talk about this. Well, I've talked about it a few times. So if you guys want to just relax, I am done with my project, by the way. So if you guys have questions for me, I will sit and chat with you guys for a few minutes. I'll show it up close real quick. All right. So in school, I loved art, and I almost every year I would almost fail art every single year, but I loved it so much. I felt like, I don't know, it was fun for me and I really enjoyed it. But the technicalities of it all, I wasn't, that great according to an art teacher. I couldn't draw, I couldn't, paint people or anything like that. It wasn't until my son was, I think, one-ish, well, a little bit younger than one. I was in a lot of mommy groups, and then one of the ladies was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I went to one of her little meetup group things, and I was hooked after that. Oh, thanks, Crystal. But you haven't seen me draw or try and paint anything, so all right, and then I was just hooked after that. So I first started out with cards, which I made lots and lots of cards, and I started out going to Big Lots, if you guys know what Big Lots is. And back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, we did not have a lot of money at all. We lived in San Diego, and you guys, it's so expensive there. And so I was so excited when my husband was like, all right, let's go to Big Lots. You could spend $10. I'm like, score. So whatever I could find at Michael's, in the dollar section, or at Big Lots for cheap, that's what I got. And that's what I used. And I really, really enjoyed it. And then the world of YouTube came around, and then I just got hooked on even more and more and more and more. And then I think as I was obsessing over learning and trying things, I think I just, I don't know. It kind of just developed, and I know what I like, where I like it. If it translates into beautiful artwork or beautiful cards or scrapbook pages to other people, great. But to me, I love how um, creating brings so much joy to me. And people often ask me, like, why would you create that? Why would you put that on a layout? It's so bulky. And I always reply that to me, I don't like limits. I don't like to limit myself, because then it takes away from me creating. Like, that's not why I create, is to have 500 scrapbook albums for my kids to probably throw away when I'm old, you know? I create for now. And so, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question. I kind of was rambling, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of my answer to that. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. Love your cards, your organizers, that you make your mixed media, every single thing. Been following you. Oh, thank you. What's your favorite ink spray? I have a lot. So I have different ones for different things, because Lindy's is just great, all around great sprays. Um, I love Color Bloom sprays, but I think I like Lindy's a little bit more, only because they have the flat Fabios, which don't have any mica in them. And then I love the oxide inks, the sprays, even though I don't really use them that often. But I am planning on, maybe we'll use those next weekend. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, but I think at the moment I'm obsessed with the Dina Wakley gloss sprays. That's yeah. I also love like the Ken Oliver color burst powders. I love it all. It's just, but I think if you had to choose a medium for coloring, I would probably choose, here, I'll show you guys. So I have two, I'm just going to move this out of the way real quick. If you are on a budget, which I know many of us are, although it doesn't seem like I am because I'm always buying, but I really am. The watercolors are really great. Maybe not for something like this, but if you were to do like art journaling or scrapbooking pages, things like that, then watercolors are great, because you get a lot of colors for, I think this is $25, I think. And then these oil pastels. So these are water soluble oil pastels. They are branded a little bit different now, but they're basically the same thing. I saw them at Creativation. So they work like oil pastel. So you can use, your finger to kind of blend them out, but you can also use them with water. So you can watercolor with them. I use them a lot of times in art journaling, like the black or like darker colors, to kind of make shadows in different areas. They're really great for that. And Crystal. So yeah, my favorite color is Dragonfly Blue and this deep teal. Those are my two favorite colors. But as far as like sprays, I think I use different sprays for different things. Any other questions? What brand oil pastels? So these are from Prima. After the video, I will link all of the supplies that I used. And then I'll also link these as well. These are from Prima. I've had these for years. I got them when I was on the Prima design team a few years back. Let me see when the date is on here. 2015. So as you can, and I use these quite often and they still work perfectly fine. They're great colors. Oh, I was like, I'm missing one. And like I said, they are branded differently. So you can get one, I don't know what, there's 2 different sets you can get. But they're basically the same thing. They're water soluble oil pastels. Are you still doing classes, or was that Nikki? I've done some classes. It just takes a lot of work to be able to figure out the project and you know, all of that sort of thing. And honestly, I hate like charging because I feel like I have so much free content on my YouTube channel, but sometimes honestly, you know, got to pay the bills. So, and YouTube does not pay the bills, not even close, not even groceries. So, and bills is, I mean, like my website. I have a lot of things that I purchased to make my life easier, like Link Deli and just different things like that. What do you do with your creations? Okay, so I normally display a few of them here and there, and then they go in the closet. I know it's really sad. But it's the truth. I used to sell my things, my creations back in the day, but it just takes a lot to ship them. I am the worst at shipping, and I'm horrible at shipping. I have thought about doing like how I did my D stash, just kind of putting things up for sale. But it would take a lot of work to get it all together. And I don't like putting a price on my stuff. So, and I wish I could just send them out to everybody, but you know, it would be a lot of money. Do you sell at craft fairs? No, I don't sell at craft fairs. I don't. Do you ever do giveaways of your creations? I know people would cherish. Yes and no. So I probably will give this away, but I'll do the giveaway after like next week when I choose all the winners. And then I did give away my cards last week, which are still sitting here. I mean, I'm not even going to blame it on what's going on right now because I am horrible at shipping, but I made these cards last week on my live. And I know one person contacted me that won, but I don't know who the other person was. But anyways, are you on any design teams? Yes. So right now I'm on Finnabair's creative team, and I don't know what it would be called, like a ambassador or something for AB Studio. I create with her products. She sends me stuff and I just create when I can, what I can, and all of that sort of thing. And I was doing a little bit for Tonic Studios for a little bit. And then let's see. More so like random things like Ranger, through scrapbook.com, like spellbinders. I did a little bit for, not necessarily for them, but it's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, anyways, now I'm in this rambling stage. Does anyone know if scrapbook.com can still ship to Europe? Sarah, I don't know if they can still ship to Europe. I would try and contact them, or they might have it somewhere on their website. Thank you, Stacy. Are you leaving, Terry? What's up, Cal? What is it? All right, any other questions? For mini albums, do you do them on your channel? I haven't done a mini album in forever, and I keep looking at my albums, my memory hardware albums from Frank Garcia, and I keep wanting to do albums. Um, um, Kim, what primarily do, what do you, what is your, what are you mostly wanting to do? Like card making, mixed media? Because that's going to depend on what I would recommend. If it's more like paper crafting, whether it's like scrapbooking or card making, I think um, I would go for the watercolors, but the oil pastels is more like mixed media. So you can even add color to these, um, like a mixed media project with the oil pastels. That's awesome, Amanda. Trying on a canvas. So I would recommend the water soluble oil pastels. That's what I would probably use. If I were to recommend just one thing, that would be it, because there's so many different uses. You can even add them to like a water bottle and make sprays. You can add them to, here, I'll show you real quick. So you know I ain't pulling your chain here. Callie, what is it? All right, so I have some light paste here. And what is it, Cal? I don't know what she wants. All right. Then we're going to add a little bit of color here. With the oil pastels. You can see. Maybe I'll use these next week so you guys can see. You can set these with like a spray setter. I don't know what it's called. I know someone in the chat will let me know, but yeah. Oh, Crystal. Food. No, she got food earlier. She likes to when I'm in here, she likes to sit on my windowsill, but she'll be like all over up in my business, and right now I'm don't want that. Good night, Lynette. I am going to say good night as well. Thank you for joining for the second time today. I truly appreciate all of you guys. And if you can join next weekend, that will be fun. You can find more information on my Facebook. Tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, next weekend. What was that paste? Oh, the paste was some light paste from Finnabair. I will, if you see the description, all of my social media links are there, and you can go check it out. In the next couple days, I'll share all of the information for the next hop for next Saturday. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot more mixed media people. I don't know if any card makers are going to be joining, but you never know. But yes, thank you guys so much. Here's my project again. I'll share some pictures on my Instagram. Stacy, so in the morning time, I did most of it, and then I was just coming on to finish it up after. All right, I will catch up on the comments in just a second, but I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, if you can give this video a thumbs up, I truly appreciate it. And yes, if you have a YouTube channel, share it so Kim can see, and everybody else can see as well. All right, thank you guys so much. Bye.